All right, it's 4 o'clock. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Our first item is our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Vice Chair, could you read our mission statement?
The mission of the Marshall Public School District is to educate, support, and prepare all learners for success.
Thank you. Approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second. Any additions? Hearing none, please vote. It is approved. Moving to our Tiger Spotlight. We'd like to highlight our parent-student connectors. I'd like to have Jesus, Saw, Fortune, and Tina all come up front. We want you on TV.
I got my head cooked.
Just for this, huh?
Is to have a coach go with the soccer.
Oh,
Okay. You do such a great job for our students and for our families. On behalf of the board, I want to say thank you. This is what some of our staff has wrote and said about the hard work that you guys do. The PSCs are such a valuable assets to have in our schools. They are wonderful at helping to translate during assessment days and parent-teacher conferences, as well as helping us to get important messages to our parents and to get important forms filled out and returned to school. All of our parent-student connectors are amazing to work with during summer school. They come every morning to make phone calls to the families that have not shown up. Go get the students, pick them up, and help translate what is going on with the families. It is such an amazing support staff. Our student connectors work with families and students within our community to support our mission of educating, supporting, and preparing all learners for success. Thank you to Tina, Jesus, Saw, and Fortune for everything that you do. You have made a great impact on our students, families, and community. Wait, we want to get your pictures. Tina, we're not going to let you talk. You talk too much.
I'd rather talk than take a picture.
Jesus?
That's not here. But I'm here.
Okay, you want to
You can take two. I don't mind.
you okay? Holly? Fine, you okay? Tina,
I
this
just
one's
heard
yours?
two.
You get two, right? Thank you for your hard work. I appreciate it. Thank you. And always thank you, okay? Thank you very much.
Yeah, go for the right. Thank you.
Did you want to get it close together? Okay.
Close.
Oh, closer. It's too dangerous.
We good?
Okay, okay. Only for front page now.
Oh.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
You been behaving, Tina?
I'm the same. Can you see my face?
Now it's time for the public forum. Is there anybody in the public that would like to approach the board? This is your time. Now it's exciting to meet the new teachers. I'd like all the teachers to come up, all the new teachers.
Mine.
You lead the back, Margot. You lead the back.
Because you all have to sing.
And
So.
we'd like you to come up and I know we're excited. First of all, on behalf of the board, I'd like to welcome you. You guys have such an important job because you're raising our children. You have such an impact on them and you're going to change their lives. So when you get frustrated and you don't have the supplies, call Dion and crab at him, okay? So, and then if things aren't going well, you call any of us board members and we'll help you out. But thank you. I'd like you to come up, introduce yourself on the microphone here, and say what you're teaching. And then that way you'll be on TV and everybody in the community will know who you are.
Great. And they wanted me to make the announcement that they are in their pajamas because it was pajama day for homecoming.
Okay.
So that's why they're all in their pajamas.
Okay.
My name is Stephanie Meyer. I'm a first-year teacher teaching special ed to first and second grade students at Parkside.
I am Leah DeSmit, and as you can see, I'm the school nurse here at the middle school.
I'm Nicole Jens. I'm a new kindergarten teacher at Parkside, and I've been teaching kindergarten in the past for 7 years.
Where did we steal you from?
For the parochial school in Canby.
Make sure Mrs. Strauss works hard now.
My name is Isaac Hines. I am a first-year teacher. I am teaching 9th and 11th grade English over at the high school.
Welcome.
This is really weird because I know like most of you. I'm Amy Barker. I am one of the kindergarten first grade looping teachers, so I teach kindergarten this year. My looping partner is actually my mom, and you stole me from Lynn Public School.
Lucky us.
Hello, my name is Karen Wagner. I'm teaching kindergarten at Parkside. I've taught kindergarten for many, many, many years, second grade also, but kindergarten is my heart.
Welcome.
I am Jody Moan. I am an EL teacher at Parkside and previously taught for 10 years in South Dakota.
Welcome.
Hi, my name is Margot Van Moore, and I am the new school social worker here at the Marshall Middle School. And I came from Granite Falls, where I was a school social worker for 25 years, and now I'm here.
Welcome. It's good to have your
I've
experience.
been working on getting her here for a long time.
Hello, my name is Sherry Schneider. I'm the reading interventionist over at Westside Elementary, and I work with Title I and Reading Corps.
Welcome.
I'm Jeanette Bosfeld, and I am not new to Marshall Public Schools. I actually came from being a special ed para and moved over to the Maytech Language Arts position for this year.
Hi, my name's Melissa Speakman. I teach 6th grade language arts and math, and I came from RTR Elementary, where I taught 4 years. I taught 1 year of 4th grade and 3 years in 2nd grade.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, my name's Kendall Olson. I'm the 5th and 6th grade special education language arts teacher here at the middle school, and prior to this I taught 7 years for the DCD program at RCW.
Hi there, I'm Scott Midtowney. I teach 5th grade math and language arts. Also coach junior high football, and previously I taught in Ivanhoe the last 5 years. So,
welcome.
Hey.
Good afternoon. My name is Jen Vermont, and I am teaching 7th and 8th grade language arts here at the middle school this year. And previously, I've worked at Holy Redeemer here in Marshall and Echo Charter School. It's my 11th year teaching this year.
Welcome, even though you got that G on your shirt.
That was special for today.
Oh, is it okay?
Nice move. Go back.
Hello, I'm Taylor Johnson, and I am teaching 1st grade at Parkside this year. This will be my 5th year of teaching, and I came from Lynn, just like Amy. So,
welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Katie Magnuson. I'm teaching 1st grade at Parkside also. I came from 10 years of 1st grade at Lakeview.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Kristen Strock. This is my 1st year teaching, and I am an early childhood special educator.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Sorsha Victor. I'm teaching 8th grade language arts. This is my 4th year as an educator, and I just recently taught 10th grade in LaBelle, Florida.
Welcome. And you came from Florida to here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this weather, huh?
We have a social worker right over here.
Good afternoon. Chad Peterson, Assistant Principal at Maytech. Done principalship down at RTR, 9 to 12 in the high school building. Was a Montevideo Middle School principal, high school principal at Aiken, and ran their ALC. And I just want to give a shout out to the staff that have welcomed me here. This is my first day, and everyone has been so supportive and helpful and kind. It's really wonderful to work with you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
First day and you come to a board meeting. That's commitment.
Luck of the draw.
Welcome, guys. Well, any problems, just call Dion, okay? Thank you. Okay, moving on to our presentation, our English learners. I'll know who you are now.
Okay. All right, I'm Beth Britter, and I am the acting EL coordinator for now until Chad takes over. But I invited our EL staff to come join us and tell you all about the great things that are going on in our EL programs here at Marshall Public Schools. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Parkside.
All right, I'm Christy Weiss. I'm an EL teacher at Parkside. And we have approximately 138 students right now at Parkside. It's fluctuating a little bit. So we're getting a newcomer tomorrow. That'll be exciting. And so we have 4 primary EL teachers at Parkside. And our breakdown of ethnicities includes 52 Latino, and 58 Asian, and 28 African students. That's where we're at right now. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Some of our services that we offer, we do pull out and push in groups, and our instruction is targeted to students' needs. We co-teach in the classroom for mid and high language learners. We have morning language groups where we work on social skills with the students. We co-teach with special education and speech teachers for social skills. We do kindergarten music, 2 sections, and we target lessons for language development and 2nd grade WIN groups. It's what I need when we work with the students.
And I teach 2 sections of kindergarten music, and I love it. So we have a special curriculum, and then I add my EL components in there, and we have a lot of fun. So. Incoming kindergartners are assessed in the spring. We try to bring in, we've gotten about half of our students in who are already enrolled for the following year of kindergarten. And then we use an assessment called the WIDA model to determine their EL services. Students are placed into classrooms according to that information, and we can better prepare to meet the needs of those learners. Last year, it's really exciting. We exited 13 students, which doesn't happen very often at our level. Typically, they're gaining knowledge in their social language skills and then starting to develop their academic language. And so we're kind of starting to see a trend where students are beginning to be a little bit higher. So that's exciting, and we'll monitor those students for 4 years, and if they have a need to get our services again, then we will bring them back into the program. Students continue to make improvements on our WIDA Access proficiency test each year. We just took a quick snapshot, and we found that 53% of last year's first graders increased their overall proficiency score by 1.0 or more. And then 40% of last year's 2nd graders, now 3rd graders, increased by 1.0 as well. So we're very, very proud of that progress.
What does WIDA stand for?
Wisconsin Institute
English
Data Assessment. But we're part of a consortium. I think there's 39 states right now.
Class
in the consortium. Yeah, world. Put us to the test today.
When you say proficiency increase by 1.0 or more, is
Yep.
that a grade level?
Nope, it's their language levels. So there's 4 domains: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And so they look at each level separately, and then they get a composite score overall. So we're able to look at that data more closely to prepare for their needs. So it's working well.
You have enough help.
Do we have enough help?
130 kids is a lot of kids.
Yeah,
More
it's
people.
actually, it seems like we're down a few students this year. So we'll see what that looks like, and overall in the classrooms it looks like there's a few less kids. So maybe there'll be more kids moving in sometimes around January, and that after the break time we get more students.
In the middle of scheduling, I'm guessing.
Yep, so we're pretty well into our schedules, and we try to stick closely. We have our EL handbook that's been approved by the board here, and so we try to stick as closely as we can to fit their needs. So for instance, like I see a student and Jody might see the student as well during the day to be able to get to those minutes. And so we really have to work together to make sure we're hitting all the students and the classrooms as well. So that's why we have push-in services, pull-out services, whatever we determine is best needed for them. So
Are most of them at your level one-on-one, or do you meet with groups?
I need to talk into the microphone so they're hearing you on TV.
Sorry.
So.
We have small groups, so 3 to 5 students. Sometimes there's times where we have one-on-one. We have some groups of maybe 5 or 6. Our second grade win time that we're doing to target what they need at that level to meet the second grade standards. I have a group of 5, and Jody has a group of 5. So they're small groups, and then we can use our English curriculum and other resources to meet those needs. So, yeah. We're going to present West Sides as well.
Okay.
They're not able to be with us tonight. So at West Side, there are 84 total students on the roster. 34 are deemed Hispanic or Latino. 29 are Karen. 16 are African, and 3 are Hmong.
Their students are serviced 12 pull-out classes ranging from 30 to 60 minutes and 1 push-in time to 3rd grade math, the high EL population.
There are 10 beginners or newcomers in that category, 42 intermediates and 12 advanced students, and 20 are on the monitor list. So I believe we exited from Parkside. We exited 13 students from Parkside, and I think like 7 or 8 were from Parkside going to 3rd grade. So those students are feeding into there.
Oh, this one I added. Talk about this one? Sure. The West Side teachers don't know that I added this in there. But you can see, we found out, it was a little bit before school started this year, that we were being recognized in some different categories with the state's new accountability system. And I put it up there because of the hard work and collaboration between the classroom teachers and our EL staff at West Side. West Side will soon be recognized for being in the top 5% of schools in the state for English language proficiency. So I thought that was pretty impressive, and I wanted to get that up there for our EL staff. So.
Hi, I'm Stacy Abraham. I'm one of the middle school EL teachers. Currently we have 3 newcomers. They're from Guatemala and Somalia. The Somalia students are brother and sister. So they spend a lot of time together during the day in a couple classes. Students are served in reading, math, and a pull-out language, English language class. They're in content classes for social studies, science, health, gym, Spanish, music, art, and technology. And teachers use the SIOP methods to make the content more comprehensible for them. The students and their families also came here for the education, safety, jobs, and a chance to have a better life. Something new for this year, math is especially difficult for our EL students, so to combat this, Sam Downing is co-teaching a math class with Melora Miller. That is at our 5th grade level. Students get direct instruction of new math concepts with Miller, who's a certified math teacher, and then they work with Ms. Downing for extension activities and scaffolded vocabulary instruction. Our numbers overall right now by proficiency level, entering is level 1. We have 9 students, and that includes the 3 newcomers. Our beginning level, we have 17. Developing, 30. Expanding, we have 17. And that's a total of 73 students.
Hi everybody, Vicki Radloff from the high school. We have a seasoned team. We've been together for quite a while now, the 3 of us. And we have 101 students, and again, like the other schools, it's changing daily. We have the ones that you can see up there from different areas. We have 3 blocks of newcomers, 1 block of beginners, 1 block of intermediate, actually 3 blocks of intermediate. This is how much time they have, not what we have in our group. And we're co-teaching senior government, senior econ, careers, and food chem this year because we have a lot of juniors and seniors this year that need that. So this summer I was lucky enough to go and get education on senior government and economics. Don't ask me a whole lot about it yet. I'm still working on the plan. But it's going to be good. I'm doing government right now. There's 23 kids in that class, and that's working pretty good. One statistic that is not up here is we had 22 returning seniors. There were seniors last year, seniors this year, not all EL, but returning seniors. The good news is they returned. The bad news is they had to return. So we've got to work on some things there to figure out what we do with our 19, 20, and 21-year-old. I don't want to talk a lot about that today because it's going to take some time. I'm writing up a perspective for you guys to see eventually because there are some things I think we can do with that. Last year we had 4 kids graduate from another high school. I had sent all their transcripts in. We got what they needed back. They did everything in our school, but we didn't get the credit for it. I think that's a shame. And I think we've got to change that because if they do all the work and then in June they get a diploma from a different school, what the heck? I just wanted to add that. Over here, look at this. These are I had to actually borrow a pen from one of my kids. And usually it's the other way around. They're borrowing from me, so that was kind of cool. We're involved in soccer, football, track, wrestling, all of those things you see up there. We have professors that volunteer their time for us. That started about 3 or 4 years ago, and they keep coming back. They say, when do you want me to start? Now, we don't even have to go out and try to find them. This year, we got Dr. Hansen, Pam Fuhr Hansen's husband, and he does math. Because I do not do Algebra 2. I'm sorry, that's why I'm an English language teacher. And he comes in on Thursdays and helps the kids. I wish we had somebody every night, but we don't. Just like these guys say, they do a great job. We don't usually see a child if they started in kindergarten or 5th grade here. We won't see them in 9th grade. But we get all the kids who come at 15 and 16 and 17 brand new to country, and then they have to get 30.5 credits. We have a student graduating this year, if he gets everything done, who had 37.5 before he started the school year, but not the right credits. So it's an ongoing thing. Mr. Gagner, Ms. Ritter, and now Chad, we're going to be together, hopefully, talking about some plans. I've been pushing it on these guys for a long time, and Mr. Munson too, to change this because little children, little problems, big children, big problems. We've got kids that are trying to work and take care of whole families and go to school. I think maybe, I don't know who does this, but maybe we can give credit for those who are working and doing the family checkbook and being in charge of everything in their family homes. We all know about the situation that's going on right now. We got some people moving out, and one kid said to me, I'm going to have to work more hours just to feed my family. So you knew I'd do it every time. Sorry, guys. But anyway, Bill asked me the question, do we have enough people? Never. We don't have enough people. Okay.
Thanks for your education.
All right, Christy talked about this a little bit with the park side, but I just wanted to put up there, we'll talk more later on about our specific access scores for each school, but I just put up our District 1, so this is just a snapshot from 2017 assessment to the assessment they took last winter, spring in 2018. You can see the different domains, listening, reading, writing, speaking, and then their overall scores and how as a district we've gone up in all of those areas. So it's a thing to celebrate. It's good to see growth. And then the very last thing, the staff wanted me to invite you all to our EL Family Engagement Night, which is coming up, or our Family Fun Night, is Monday, October 22nd here at the middle school. It's going to be 5:30 to 7:30. We invite all of our EL families to come with us, come for the evening. We feed them a small supper. We give informational. Our parents give them some information regarding the school year, I should say, and our parent-student connectors are a huge help with that night as well, helping us with that. And then we've also invited Champions Forever, which you're familiar with America's Got Talent. They were on that not too long ago. They're a basketball family. They have an inspirational message, so they will come and perform amazing basketball tricks for our families and then give their inspirational message as well. So that is just in a few weeks, coming up on the 22nd. So we wanted to be sure and invite you all to that. You're welcome to come. And that is all we have. Did I forget anything?
I have one.
No.
I'd like to pick up on what Vicki said. I think brand new students, ages 14 and older, brand new to our country, whose parents are probably not able to read in their own language, come to us at a very high disadvantage. Many of whom have to work as well. I would think that would be the toughest teaching, the toughest coordination for these young kids to even be in school, to want to be there. I mean, they've already lost 8 or 9 years of formal education, and now we place them in as freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. I would ask our school district to take a closer look administratively. Jeremy, I hope you're listening, and Beth and Jim and Chad, I think we need to address the high school need more than anything in ESL. I've seen the success firsthand at Parkside and at Westside. I mean, we have a chance to grab those kids and develop them all the way through the 4 stages. But at the high school, it's a tough go. And these are citizens of our community. You know, these are kids who are 19, 20, 21. And I would ask very firmly and clearly that we take a closer look at what our needs are in ESL at the secondary level and bring the resources to bear to help that be successful.
Thanks, Bill. One more thing. Yeah, I think you're exactly right, and I think we can look at other schools, what they've done. We have started looking at a few of them. Night school, Saturday schools, school all year long, if that's what it takes. I know that takes more bodies, and it takes more time and money.
There are models out there that are successful.
There are some that are out there successful, and I hate to say this without one administration behind me saying it, but maybe there's a different diploma we give a 19 or 21 or 20, so 19, 20 or 21-year-old. Because we want to keep the rigor strong for our high school. Marshall High School diplomas are worth a lot. But we need something for these kids to have hope for when you come at 16 or 17 and you say you have to take all these classes. And how do you get that? I'm going to use Bill as an example. If your son had to leave today and go to Uzbekistan and learn the language and graduate all by himself without you and your wife there to back him up, how would that work?
What areas, what other districts have we looked at just for other plans that are out there?
We looked at Worthington's program. Again, we'd have to go down there and visit it a little bit more. We've just kind of brushed the surface of that. Mr. Gagner, do you know, I know we've looked at Montevideo. Beth, have you looked at any this year?
Worthington, we looked at Mankato.
Yeah, Mankato.
We looked at Huron, South Dakota's district.
That's right, yeah.
And then there's just several things out there for our EL students, whether it's through our TESOL organization. Yeah, there's other models out there
that could enhance our programs,
yeah,
to meet some of the needs.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how far we want to go with that. There's other things going on there.
I think I've said it before, we don't want to be them, we want to be us, and we want to do it our way that would work for us. And
but we also don't need to reinvent the wheel if
nope,
there are things
that's absolutely
out there
right.
that
You're
are
absolutely
successful.
It
it's important that you are teaching them to be lifelong learners.
Yep.
So as long as we teach them the tools,
Yep.
it's good.
The world's best workforce. Yep, that's what we're trying to do. And you can't do that if they come in at 18 or 19 and you say, there's no way you're going to graduate. We need to have a carrot. We need something out there that's going to keep them in school and keep them engaged with what we're doing. And whether that's working for Hy-Vee, and then when you work for Hy-Vee and you have a check that counts towards a career half credit, I don't know what it would be. I'm not the administration, but something like that, where if you're working or you're doing something, you're doing your best, I think you should get credit somewhere along the line for that.
We'll look into it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you for everything that you do. The program's grown throughout the years, but our population has too. So you do a wonderful job. Thank you. Board forum, board members, any updates?
It's okay, Jeff. I got.
Go
ahead, Phil.
I did attend the collaborative, Lincoln Lion Collaborative. We're going to get an additional $900 to our $30,000. So, in the end, she'll be contacting you, Cindy Nelson. Has she done that already?
No, not yet.
We get paid quarterly there, or semi-annually?
I'd have to double check.
So an extra $900.
Yeah.
Jenny?
Just want to make sure we have your attention, Jenny. I'm sorry. We just got some really exciting news, and I know it's going to be hard for you because with the great presentation we had, maybe we've got 2 or 3 articles on the front page tomorrow.
Why don't we just take the whole front page?
I think so. It's a lot of good news to spread instead of somewhat of the bad news that's always out there. Marshall Public Schools received some very good news. We did receive the funds for 2 of our safety grants. 2 of our buildings were awarded funds, middle school on the west side. To just kind of go over a little bit, I know we talked about this before. To apply for the grants, you had to submit separate applications for each site. And we submitted a grant application for all sites, all 5 sites. There were over 1,187 applications that were submitted to MDE. Only 90 Minnesota public school districts or charter schools were awarded school safety grants for the use of security and violence prevention improvements, and it was a total of 123 schools. So if you take that 1187, it's about a 0.08% chance of getting it, and we got 2 schools, which is pretty awesome. West Side, the project costs that are going to be funded for $690,000, and at the middle school it's $490,670, total of $682,360. The grant applications again are focused on hardening the exteriors and entrances to our school. This includes video check in system, bullet resistant glass, fob systems, physical structure, changes to the entrances, and visitor management systems, among other projects that will be involved. And I just want to stress these are grant dollars. So we do not have to pay them back. There is no factor on our expenditures, and there's nothing to the taxes of our residents. And most importantly, the projects are to fund and address some of the safety and security needs to our districts. So very excited that we were able to get 2 of the districts. There is a list out on MDE, and I think in Southwest Minnesota there was probably 2 or 3 districts besides ours. So
600,000 of just 12.5 million that was available for outstate. That's pretty huge.
Correct. Yeah. It's definitely a headline article. It just.
My editor's even way ahead of you. Can't believe it.
Yeah, but it's exciting because it's something that something that we had asked in our referendum, that's part of it that in our past referendum that now is funded. There's different things that we're trying as a district to help, if a referendum were to come again, to help soften that referendum by going out and getting funds like this grant that does not affect our taxpayers.
Very good. Good job. Anything else, board? Moving on to our discussion items. This is our second review of policies 607 through 612. Any questions?
Board, I would just call your attention to policy 609. Since the first reading, we've added an addendum to that policy regarding teaching about religion in the classroom. So just please note that.
Very good.
Just a point of information, I asked earlier, all of our policies are on our website. In case the public is wanting to take a look at our policies for our school district, they're on our website.
Very good. Moving on to our action items, authorization to dispose of obsolete equipment.
So moved.
Any discussion? Hearing none, please vote. It is approved.
So when are you having the sale, Dion?
It's actually already published on the surplus website. We reached out to some other districts to see if they wanted to.
Do the students realize how quiet it got when the teachers all left? So now you know who really makes the noise, right? The teachers. Don't tell them I said that, though.
I mean, it's televised already.
Do you guys have anything you'd like to bring up? You're good? Welcome. I'm glad to see you both here. Anything else, board members?
Homecoming week.
It's a big week, yes, and there's not even a Coleman girl up for homecoming week.
There hasn't been for 8 years.
Probably some grandkids coming.
Ran out.
All right, meeting's over. Thank you.